Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to explain about past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is a tense form used to express that an action is taking place for a certain time in the past. This indicates that the action occurred before, during, and may continue after time or other actions that occurred in the past. The formula for past continuous tense. For positive sentences, the formula is subject plus was or were plus verb in plus complement. You have to memorize that was for subject I, he, she, it, and were for subject you, they, we. And you have to memorize that for complement, you can add object, adjective, add verb, and each. For the example is, she was waiting for you yesterday. In addition to positive sentences, past continuous tense can also be negative sentences, interrogative, and combination of the definite type of past continuous tense and past tense. Formula for negative sentences is subject plus was or were plus not plus verb in plus complement. For the example is, she was not waiting for you yesterday. Interrogative sentences. For yes or no question, the formula is was or were plus subject plus verb in plus complement. For the example is, were you sleeping at 1 p.m. yesterday afternoon? For W or H question, W or H is what, who, why, where, when, and how. The formula is W or H question plus was or were plus subject plus verb in plus complement. For the example is, what was she doing at 1 p.m. yesterday? A combination between past continuous tense and past tense. Past continuous tense is often used a conjunction with past tense. When these two tenses used together, it means that past continuous tense describe a longer activity or situation become a background of an activity, and the combination of these tenses are used conjunction. And for the example is, we were watching television when she came, and the conjunction for this sentence is when. We already know the definition and formula for past continuous tense. To be able to use and recognize it properly, we must also understand its use. The first is to show that an action started, took place, and finished in the past. For the example is, Andy was eating lunch at 12 p.m. It means when Andy's lunch started, took place, and finished in the past. So at the moment, Andy is not eating lunch. The second is to show that two actions can be taking place together. There are usually two forms of past continuous tense in one sentence. For the examples is, Sheila was talking on the phone while Dylan was reading his book. It means that Sheila was talking on the phone while Dylan was reading his book. These two events that occurred at the same time in the past. And the third is to show that an action occurred first and still ongoing when the second action occurred. Usually also use simple past tense. For the example is, Mr. Hill was watching movie when the lamp fell on the floor. It means that Mr. Hill was watching a movie when the light fell to the floor. So Mr. Hill watching the film happened before and still ongoing when the light falls to the floor. Both of these events occurred in the past. Past continuous tense also has certain times that are used as conjunctions. The first is while, to show that an action following it is taking place. For the example is, while she was getting ready for school, her pets played in the yard. It means that these activities where she was getting ready for school occur before and are still ongoing while her pets are playing in the yard. The second is when, to show an action at the specific time, and is followed by simple past tense. And the third is as soon as. As soon as has the same function as when, but means immediately after, and is followed by simple past tense. For example is, as soon as she found out that her baby fell, she put her baby back to bed. I think that's enough that I can say. I'm sorry if there is mistake. And thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.